Innovative content. Global audience.
Hello viewers, a very warm welcome to you and good morning from the world's capital city, London. We're reaching you live from our SRTV studio here in London. Yes, it's Wake Up Nigeria. You know how we do it here. We'll wake you up, not in sense of sleeping though, but we'll wake you up. Wake up to the realities of things. Good morning, and we have quite a lot this morning coming in from the news on national dailies. But I have with me here the one and only Daddy Kris.
The Kris is here. They woke me up this morning. Hallelujah.
Good morning. My name is Princess Kessy. Yes, we have some of the issues we will be discussing on today, deliberating on. It's issues like the naira rates against dollar, and of course oil thefts in the Niger Delta region. These are some of the headlines this morning. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. Good to be here again. Today is Wednesday.
After such a long time.
Yeah. It's a call to service. So here I am. Here I am.
Yes, Daddy Kris, before we start, now what's your take? We have issues as regarding to this oil theft in Niger Delta. These are things we've been seeing before, but I think Senate now, the lawmakers are now feeling there must be, when something keep happening, at that point you know that there must be an insider, right? Because the way at which they are now stealing, it's no longer stealing that looks like an outsider.
Yeah, but Princess, poor people, what I see them doing in Nigeria is chasing those people stealing what I call liters of fuel, and that is not the Nigerian problem. There are people who are big time brokers. They loot Nigerian oil in a big way. I'm saying some huge amount of money. You understand? They're taking. In fact, there's no way you can successfully loot. You can steal oil because it's something that will involve a ship coming into Nigeria, loading that quantity of thing and taking it out. And just imagine who can be that. We have the Nigerian Navy, we have all these security forces, and it's still happening. That's to tell you the people doing it are the high above, not the low people. And I'm surprised when they keep pursuing those little ones, trying to convert some little fuel. Call them fake oil refineries, which should be encouraged anyway. Because now that we don't even encourage refineries, why don't we get them to produce some local fuel for, if they are doing it well? I don't know how it is. But we're chasing the wrong shadow, really, to be honest. It's a huge issue,
Yes.
and it should be well addressed, not the way they're looking at it. It's not
okay. Real. So let's begin quickly. And today is the International Day of the Girl Child. Yes, we sit here this morning to say happy International Day of the Girl Child to every girl child out there. We celebrate you from SRO TV. We say happy International Day of the Girl Child. The girl child is what celebrating, is what giving a chance to, and of course they are the mothers of tomorrow. And you know that mothers are the home builders, they are the society builders. There is no way you can live in a society, a peaceful society, without the presence of mothers. And so we celebrate every girl child out there. Yes, we're going to. Do you have anything to say?
I mean, who dare challenge the power of the girl child? You guys are powerful. Just we always say to people, use the power well. When God gives you some power, it's a natural one. Because you guys are the productive arms of the world. You make the world go round. You make the world to stay. When God said go and reproduce, I'm sure he was very careful to bring in the woman. And though without us, you guys can't do it. Sometimes you guys don't realize that. But it's a great day to have a girl child in society.
Yes, the lighting of the world.
Yes.
The lighting of the world. Good morning, and let's quickly begin with the Punch newspaper. Now, these are some of the stories we have coming from the Punch headlines this morning. The main headline here says, Forest crisis. Naira plunges to 1,025 naira per dollar. Job losses, factory shut down. Forest crisis hinders raw materials procurement, causes financial problem. Now, this is coming from NECA. And also, SMEs decry impending shutdown, reps probe airlines, schools demanding dollars. All the stories are on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says Senate condemns 2.3 trillion naira oil theft, probe security agents. That story is on page 29 of the Punch newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says inflation to slow Nigeria's growth to 2.9%, says IMF. And that story is on page 22 of the Punch newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says flood kills 45, displaces 171,545 persons in 13 states. And this is coming from NEMA. That story is on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says NCPC suspend pilgrims to Israel. Lagos contingent returns. And that story is on page 30 of the Punch newspaper. There's a story here as well that says 18 parties Jeto for 5.4 million votes in Kogi, Imo, Bayelsa. That story is on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says Army General jailed 7 years, ordered to refund 3.7 billion naira. Now, that story is on page 29 of the Punch newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says NECO indicts 93 schools for cheating, blacklist 52 supervisors. Now, that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. These are all the stories we have coming from the Punch this morning. It's quite, what do you think before we even go into the main headline? Senate condemns 2.3 trillion naira oil theft to probe security agencies.
That's a good right thing to do. Security agents are the people to be probed. This cannot happen without the support of the Nigerian Navy. If we have the Nigerian Navy, we have the Nigerian Coast. Let's put it in the Navy. They are the one that secures our water areas. And if we spend, you see, like in my area now, like in Delta, where we had a normal seaport, they replace it with a naval port. And if still these guys are just there collecting money, maybe victimizing people, intimidating us, and they cannot protect the Nigerian oil, they don't have my sympathy. Anyway, Nigeria don't have my sympathy. On a personal level, I don't have the sympathy for Nigerian state, for the fact that we in the desert sector that produce this oil, we have nothing to show for it. So, and last time they went as far as giving Tom Polo, one company, it's an individual in the Niger Delta to protect the Nigerian oil for them. That is one funny thing, The states have the Navy as big as the Nigerian Navy. They couldn't protect the oil. They now contracted somebody for 4 billion a year to protect the oil. This is all joke. It's all joke, princess. It's all joke.
Well, I'm happy and excited that we are getting the security involved in the this process, because you can't say it's an outsider coming all the time. There must be somebody aiding from the inside.
No story about that.
And it's a good thing that Senate have come to realize this, that they want to probe the security agencies. And now
who they will be probing? The head of the naval boss or what?
And there's a major story here that says that Naira plunges to 1,025 Naira per dollar. We saw that coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's no strange. It's going to be going more. We're going to 1,500, unfortunately. If you keep the problem is if you import everything and you have nothing to give out, your currency is bound to go down. And even then, on a good day, if the currency you're giving out, it's a good thing if we're producing, you understand? If we're producing a lot of things, then people want to come and patronize us because they can afford things in Naira now. You understand? Because that would have been good. It will raise our export. But nothing is happening. I don't know. Tinubu is supposed to be a very intelligent president. Let's put joke aside. I don't like him. But in terms of administration, I expect him to do better. But as of today, all we have is no subsidy. Naira is falling. Nothing is going out in terms
And
of export.
why are the schools, airlines demanding for dollars?
Yeah, because
schools in Nigeria, you are in Nigeria and I will pay you with dollar. I don't understand. Why is it like that?
This is the failure of the Nigerian government. And
that is serious.
You see, if you don't understand, to have business in Nigeria, there are only two businesses you can do well in the South. You either have a church or a school. Two good businesses. You understand? Now that they know that the only way they make money is through the schools, because guess what? The people that own schools in Nigeria are the big boys, the politicians. All of them are Tico, then all of them, they have private schools. So why not kill the Nigerian school and then people can go to their school? Now the Naira is dead, demand the foreign currency. Hallelujah to us. Clap for yourself, guys. You've done well.
It's quite shameful because
sinking a nation as great as Nigeria. And the more we fail, the black race fail. That's the most important thing. Nigeria is so important. Nigeria cannot afford to fail. They don't get it. These guys don't get it.
And I really love this story here that says NCPC suspend pilgrimage to Israel. We already know that is a war.
Are you going to go to them before?
Because there was a story yesterday all over social media that the agency insisted that might still go because they spent so much already. And Nigerians were saying, congratulations.
To go and die. You see, in the first place, when they go on pilgrimage to Israel, my take has been, I've been very, very angry with the Nigerian Christians. You understand? I'm a Christian myself, but I don't agree with some of the things they do. If you go to Israel, now these are people that are able to defend themselves. Look at them. Israel is surrounded by enemies. They are enemies, not necessarily our enemies. They're surrounded by their enemies. But you know what? They can defend themselves because they fought, you understand? And they can feed themselves. If you know, Israel have the best in agriculture worldwide. So if you go to Israel, why don't you think of how to defend Nigeria? Now we have security challenges in Nigeria. Not even neighbors, so we can't defend ourselves within Nigeria. And number two, the good agriculture you go and you see in Israel, none of them have been able to go there and say, okay, let us think, these people can feed themselves. Let us take this technology home. Is it only Jesus Christ to take home? Jesus Christ is already with you. Don't play with my intelligence. You understand? Mm-hmm. It's really shameful that there should be no pilgrimage. It should be banned. If this is what it's going to stand for, there should be no pilgrimage in Nigeria. And those of you going to Mecca, if you don't bring the good thing in there to Nigeria, then don't go. If you're going there to only pray, you can pray at home.
Yes, I'm thinking that these people actually just go. I think it's just for going because they don't even practice what
they spend our money.
I don't understand.
Our money. Even the federal government now spending money for people to go to pilgrimages. Is it not shameful? You spend our money if you want to go and do your religious thing, this is a secular state. Go on your money, not on the state money. You say you spend a lot of money, spend your money, go and pray and come back. You understand? Nigeria is in a difficult state. Personally, I believe in God. So it's not, you can't even challenge me for believing in God. But I don't know the God you're serving because the God you're serving God does not support poverty. The poverty in Nigeria is not from God. It's from us. And because we refuse to work for ourselves and love one another, which is what the two religions preaches. Islam say, love your neighbor. Christianity say, love your neighbor. But look at what is happening there now. Killing themselves. Who do they love? How can you get love from those places you are going to pilgrimage from? They don't even love one another. Look at them killing themselves. I don't understand that. And there's no sympathy. You understand? I feel sorry. This morning I woke up and the first thing I want to see, I'm afraid to turn on television because I want to count. They're going to tell me how many people have died.
It's
you understand? In that area, how many people have died?
It's heartbreaking.
Israeli or Palestinian dying is no excuse. It's barbaric. In fact, Kofi Annan used the right word. These people lack the civilized code of conduct. That is me, not me talking. Kofi Annan. He said it. They lack civilized code of conduct. And I like what Joe Biden used yesterday. Joe Biden used a very big word. You understand? He said, what happened violate every code of human morality. Big word.
Anyway, we're still hoping for peace. That's all we can say.
And now we're thinking of how to go to pilgrimage. We are hungry, thinking of going to pilgrimage. That's the anger for people like us. Mm-hmm. We have children to feed. Yeah? We have our children are hungry, and you're taking the small money we have to on pilgrimage. And now they are arguing that they still want to go.
It doesn't make sense.
Go and pray, come back.
It doesn't make sense. Anyway, we move on quickly to the next newspaper we have, and that would be The Guardian. Now, these are some of the stories coming from the daily, the Nigerian Guardian newspaper. The main headline here says FG's bid for concrete roads to spike carpets amid 10 trillion owed contractors, and that story is on page 6 of the of the Guardian newspaper. As well, we'll also have a story here that says theft. Vandalism on the mine gas production has strained 7 years completion, and that story is on page 8 of the Guardian newspaper. There's a story here as well that says over 3,000 Nigerians on death row amid calls to abolish capital punishment
in Nigeria.
And that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. Court remands siblings for clubbing uncle to death, and that story is on page 8 of the the Guardian newspaper.
What a disaster.
There's a story here as well that says Israel Palestinian envoy defend position as NCPC suspend Christian pilgrimage, and that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. There's a story here as well that says Senate moves to tackle alleged oil theft by security forces, militant groups. That story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Guardian this morning.
Yeah, I think we have a guest. I want to add her, but I've been watching her, but the system has been shaking. If that is how we're going to have it's going to continue to check.
Okay, we have, she is here. She is an advocate of the girl child. Yes, she's going to be speaking on behalf of that. Can we talk to her quickly to get the phone fixed somewhere? Hello, ma'am. Can you hear us? Good morning, ma'am.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good.
Okay, so please, can you look for somewhere to put the phone? It's not something you can hold, so you need to place it somewhere, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
so
we'll get back to you shortly.
Okay.
Yes, so there are a lot of stories here coming from the Guardian. So there's a story here that says U.S. declares Bazoum's outing coup, suspend military aid training to Niger. So we have a lot of issues to Niger. Niger.
Okay.
These are some of the stories we have. But there's a story here that says over 3,000 Nigerians on death row amid calls to abolish capital punishment. Do you think they should abolish capital punishment?
It's a tricky one. Sometimes you see the kind of barbaric crime people commit in Nigeria. You wonder whether you want to advocate for that. But then, does it stop people from doing it? Is it the right detriment to that?
So we can say life imprisonment instead of capital punishment.
And in the life imprisonment, they should be working for the state. You see what I'm saying? You see, sometimes when some people do certain things, you don't just put them in prison and punishing them. Let them begin to slave. All their income goes to the state. They only feed and remain in prison. That is enough punishment for me. You understand?
Are they supposed to be working income in the prison?
They can be useful. Are they not human beings?
They don't run away.
I don't have security men guiding them. You understand? That's the essence of it. You put somebody in prison, the prison can still be useful to society by paying dues. Because why the point? I feel it's a cheating. If you commit a crime, they put you in prison and we spend our money to feed you. No, we put you in prison and you work. All your earning goes to the society, and that way you know how painful it is. You understand that you don't do kind of damages. You know, you go out every day. Yeah, every day you go out on the field and work. You know, it should be treated like a slave. That is the language. You know, those are the people that deserve to be treated like slave, not the normal Nigerians as it is. Yes.
And now we also have a story here that says FG owing 10 trillion. The old contractors 10 trillion naira. Why?
What kind of contractors?
That?
What kind of contractors?
Roads.
Yeah.
The roads, we still don't have good roads. We still don't have the roads. So how come they owe so much for roads that don't even last up to 5 years, according to Mali? But you go through the road.
This guy Fashola is my man. Fashola just left that place. What happened, Fashola? I like Fashola.
But Umaye, the now
It's
current
not
minister
opening,
is saying that he
So many
traveled
things.
via road
Yes.
and he started shedding tears because it's the failure of the government. It's
Yes.
nothing to even talk about, because he said that most of the roads, they can't even last up to 4 or 5 years. And you can see that right now people cannot travel, the roads are bad. You see a new road being constructed, for instance, in Kogi State Federal Road, and it's not up to 3 years, but now go and look at the potholes. It's quite disheartening. And now they owe as much as 10 trillion.
Okay, the question is, there should be accountability anyway. What do they use the money? Which roads? Let us see the roads. If you say you're a contractor, you've done so amount of job. With all respect, show us what you've done and we'll pay you. You see, these are the things, Nigeria, we need to help one another. If you rape Nigeria, you're raping every one of us. And if you can still tell your guests to turn a camera in the right way, so that I can add that from time to time. This way I cannot. If I add that as it is now, this is what we get. Let me just take this one out, So it doesn't do us give us that black space, which is what we don't.
All right, ma'am, can you please, can you hear me? Can you go off and before you come in, put your phone on rotate mode and on the landscape before you click on that link.
Okay, I can see you.
Yes.
Yes, but we need you to be on a full screen.
Now you're on half screen.
So put your phone on rotate mode, then landscape before you even click on that link to come.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll have you back.
So let's move quickly to the next newspaper we have, and that would be the Daily Times. These are some of the stories coming from the Daily Times. We have a major headline here that says the Niger Delta senator fingers those behind oil thefts. Be bold enough to probe security agencies in oil-rich regions, Senate tells the federal government. Upper chambers kick off own investigation. 2.3 trillion crude stolen in 1 year by cabals. Security operatives lobby for posting to Niger Delta. This is coming from Oshomole. And
that's a very good one.
It's becoming more interesting.
Yeah, you see what I was saying. You see, so they want to go there to go and steal.
Yes, that is why they all lobby to go there. And then there's a story here that says,
they wait for now, when I come. Yeah, come steal from us. Because all the things we have nothing to show. All these fools that come and steal. And in fact, this Nigeria sometimes come to nonsense here, man. But you guys are not doing well. You're not treating us well. And now you're thinking of how to come and take what belongs to us. And we have nothing to show for it. Are we part of the same country? Yes, we are. But no, it's not good. It's not good.
And there's a story here that says more reports surround Enugu governorship tribunal verdict. That story is in front cover of the Daily Times newspaper. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Daily Times newspaper. And so there's a story here from the main headline. One of the rider that this says 2.3 crude stolen in 1 year by cabals. Security operatives lobby for posting to Niger Delta. Coming from Oshomole. I think our this country, the more you look, the less you see.
It's not in the Senate, right?
Yes.
Well, Oshomole, he has lost his credibility in my book. He used to be my man, you understand? Mm-hmm. But at least if they can come up with stuff like this, that is interesting. Nigeria, you see, there's something my people say that when two people, who they pursue if you fall, God don't make your day. So these people stealing, robbing Nigeria, they will continue to fight themselves, and as they're fighting, things will happen for the good of the country. You understand? There is no gain if you rape your own country for yourself because you don't need it. What do you need to live? Small money to survive, you understand? And you're raping the collective resources of the people because you want to be important. Now the result is you are not secured. We are not secured. We are now having no money. Our money is like paper bags. You can throw it away. And look at it. People, your kids are running out. Now you are charging us money, charging foreign currency to go to your own school. Similarly, you have your own school too. I've been at school. So
well,
they're all
I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Talking about the oil theft probing in Niger Delta. we know the cabals are involved. We know that they are, the top people are involved. So how will this play out?
Your people are fighting there. I know there's a big agitation in Delta State. Whether they should sign the contract should come out. Because it's a lucrative one, 4 billion, given to one man. You understand? That is, you've sacrificed the whole of Delta State by giving it to one man.
One person.
Without thinking of us.
Others.
I don't know what's wrong with this country, man. Why don't we say, if we are part of the oil, if we benefited from it, do you think somebody will come and steal from it? Because we'll be protecting it. Give us a stake. Last time they went to petroleum, the Oil Act, they give 1%. They were fighting to give 3%. Now you're spending the same money to protect it. Are you not stupid? Because if we have a stake in the business and it is our business, it is our oil, would you think we allow somebody to come to my backyard and begin to steal? Will we help in protecting it? Nigerians don't understand the importance of the locals. And that's why we are where we are.
Well, we move on quickly to the next newspaper we have. That would be the Vanguard newspaper. These are some of the stories coming from the Vanguard this morning. We have quite a lot. Israel, a mass war. FG Hot pilgrimage as Lagos lift 310 from Jerusalem. And the rider says Israel pounds Gaza despite threat to kill hostages. They to exceed 1,900 as oil prices surge. Conflicts taking a horrendous toll on children. This is coming from UNICEF, and that story is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. As well, we have a story here that says, I didn't forge my certificates. This is coming from Atiku, and that story is on page 33 of the Vanguard newspaper.
Yeah.
And we have another story here
Let's
that
add our
says...
guest. Can I add our guest?
Sure.
Let her be with us.
Yes. And good morning, ma'am. You're welcome.
Yes.
And there's
Let
a
us
story
see your face,
here.
ma'am. Pull back. That's what they do. Not get power. The most powerful people God created. Vanguard, right?
Yes, and there's a story here that says the IMF raises alarm over rising inflation on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says Clark decries a deplorable state of roads in South. That story is on page 12 of the Vanguard newspaper. As well, we'll have a story here that says FG to court number of taxes to 9. And that story is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. General jailed 7 years by Army court martial, and that story is on page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. We also have a story here that says insecurity. We will help Nigeria overcome banditry, kidnapping, Boko Haram. This is coming from the EU, and that story is on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper.
EU is not going to help us.
Yes, they are saying they will help Nigeria overcome banditry, kidnapping, and Boko Haram.
Okay, what a shame. We don't have security anymore. That's okay.
We can't help ourselves, don't
true.
we?
It's a good one.
Others should come and help. Since we cannot, we are handicapped. We can't help ourselves.
That's good.
Rex will investigate the use of foreign currency as legal tender in Nigeria on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. And NECA to federal government begin plans for minimum wage review on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. As well, there's a story here that says why court disqualified Bayelsa APC candidate Silva. That story is on page 21.
It's a tough story
Of the Vanguard newspaper. And we have a story here that says bad roads. Federal government gives contractors 14 days ultimatum. And that story is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. Now, these are all the stories we have coming from the Vanguard. But are we? You're giving them 14 days ultimatum to do what? To refund our money.
Oh no, we're
to complete the project.
We say we are owing.
Yes.
So how can you be owing and you're giving ultimatum? So
these are the issues.
They should let us know what is going on.
What's going on?
You have a job in your hand.
It's big one.
But my fear is this, to be honest. If you ask me who was the right candidate for Nigerian presidency, I would say Fashola. He's my man. I love Fashola because he did a very good job in Lagos. That Fashola could not handle that, you're telling us now these are the flaws. Because Fashola, the only way my people say if they want to curse you, they will praise your papa. Now, Umai is going around and telling people that what you did is wrong, that you did a lot of shit within that ministry. Is it true? You have to come out and we hear from you. Sometimes we don't ask these past ministers. You understand? This is a ministry you left. What happened, Fashola? You understand? That this thing is happening. Look at the people who are owning. Talking to the contractor. The contractor can say anything now. We need to hear from Fashola. What has happened? Just that Nigeria cannot ask. If not, in those days, we go to that Fashola, new press will go to Fashola. Look at what happened. What happened? So we want to hear from you, sir.
It's quite I don't know. And then there's a story here as well that says the court disqualifies. What's happening with Silva in that state? I don't know. What's happening?
This is Goodluck Jonathan State, very close to us. I saw the new governor going road again because that's what we see. They're spending the money we earn to construct road. That's not the issue now. Well, I think they have some internal fight there because there's so much money. If you imagine the amount of money coming into that state, because the population is quite small compared to the amount of money coming to Bayelsa. And if you look at Bayelsa, every citizen of Bayelsa should be earning some good amount of money monthly for doing nothing because it's your right, it's where you come from. But what do you see? They say they spend money on roads and all that, and they clap for themselves, and you are clapping. And now they're fighting to be next governor. Not that they mean well for us, but if these people are killing themselves, you see, Princess, sometimes I'm just celebrating because they don't mean well for us. They don't mean well. I don't know why they're disqualifying him.
Yes, we want to see the details of that story maybe later. And there's a story here that says, I didn't forge my certificate. This is coming from Atiku. And we're still on certificate saga, or we are, I don't know. But,
you know my position on that.
Yes, I know your position on that. I think that is the positions of every other, most of the people as well. If you're holding something, hold here, let us know what you're talking about. Not taking us here and leaving the tangible things to come and discuss things that are trivial. Anyways, and Edwin Clark also is saying decries deplorable states of roads in South. It's still the same thing we've been saying. So it's everywhere. We have in the South. We have look at Abuja Federal Road to Delta State or to Benin. It's quite shameful. We move.
And then this is a state. Now, when you guys make me laugh, I'm going to talk again. Let me keep quiet. Because a state, Delta State, the former governor of Delta State was called a roadmaster. The new one is on road. And yet we don't have good roads. And they are calling on the federal government to come and do the roads. I know the federal road is what they are talking about. Are you saying if we are that rich or we are that poor that we cannot even fix it before the federal government come and do the right thing? Now you can't enter Delta State. That is shameful. It's a no-go area.
It's shameful. And then NECA to FG begin plans for minimum wage review. I don't know why we are reminding federal government on minimum wage review. The government ought to know what is right at this point. So
do we have minimum
wage? A reminder of minimum wage review. They should do what is needful. And then we move on quickly to the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Nigerian Pilot. The main headline here says oil theft, security agencies to be probed. Senate mandates its relevant committees to investigate security agencies' orders. Regret that sophisticated method now used to steal crude oil. Nigeria has lost a whopping sum of $23 million daily from 2022 to 2023 to oil thefts. Crude oil thief has brought Nigeria into serious socio-economic crisis. All the stories are on page 8 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. There's a story here that says Delta police arrest 13 kidnappers, 7 armed robbers, 72 cultists. That story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. There's a story here as well that says FRSC moves to implement new policy on pre-fitted speed limiting device on vehicles. And that story is on page 8 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. There's a story here as well that says bid to stop Ondo deputy governor from being impeached fails. And that story is on page 6 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. There's a story here that says Bauchi government recruits 20,000 youths to emulate banditry. I don't understand. That story is on page 6 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. There's a story here that says Silva appeals disqualification from Bayelsa governorship election. And that story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. There's a story here as well that says government adopt 4 female students of Nasarawa State University. And that story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. Apparently, I don't know what's going on in that university these days in the northern region, and that is my
school. Middle belt, right?
Yes, so it's I don't know. And there's a story here that says the Guba poll for 5.4 million Nigerians expected to vote in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo. As well, Tinubu 6 reps confirmation on NDDC board nominees on page 5 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. These are all the stories we have coming from the Nigerian Pilot newspaper this morning.
I think I'm gonna run away if you have me use for some
yes, and there's a story here I just want you to talk on before we wrap up the review segment. Bauchi government recruits 20,000 youths to eliminate banditry. How we that? Yes.
30,000 youths.
20,000 youths to eliminate banditry. So are we supposed to maybe state policing?
State security. Maybe. I don't know how that's gonna. Is it not don't you hear of Kano State governor that recruited some serious number of people? But this man did it before he left. Your FCT man. So they have a way of carrying everybody along and pay them by the state.
Well, that I don't know, but I don't think we should start mortgaging the youths. We have security agencies; they should do the needful. That apparently that's why EU is saying they are coming to help us because we have failed as a people. And please, security agencies, put eyes on the schools, institutions. We can't be hearing students that are supposed to be learning being kidnapped on a daily basis. That is actually my school, and it's quite disheartening to know that they are so close to Abuja now, because that is just the state before Abuja, and it's not very far from Abuja. Who is safe? That is the question. Anyway, that would be a good place to wrap up the review segment this morning, and thank you so much, Daddy Kris, for being on this show this morning. I already have my guest on standby. She is a girl child advocate, and of course, today we celebrate International Day of the Girl Child. So I'm going to bring her in shortly after this break to talk on some of the challenges and, of course, everything that has to do with the girl child. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again. Are you aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills? Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The Next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
Amid the clamor of Father's Day, Mother's Day, and even Women's Day, calling out for the rights of the little girls who are silently oppressed around the world is an outstanding step. It is on this day we get to appreciate the misses who light up our world. Today is International Day of the Girl Child. It is usually celebrated on October 11 every year. Today, we explore how this celebration continues to bring positive change to the lives of millions of girls around the world. International Day of the Girl Child was established to address the unique challenges faced by girls worldwide. And this year, it has as theme Invest in Girls' Rights, Our Leadership, Our Well-Being. This day aimed to raise awareness about the discrimination, violence experienced by girls, and of course, advocates for their rights. This discrimination includes access to education, health care, protection from child marriage, protection from gender-based violence. By highlighting these hurdles, International Day of the Girl Child strive to create equal opportunities and foster a world where girls can thrive. Recognizing the urgent need for gender equality and girls' empowerment, the United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution on December 19, 2011, designating October 11 as the official day to celebrate the girl child. On this special day, we celebrate every girl child. I have with me here live a girl child rights advocate. She is Itoro Obon. She is very close to every girl child. You need to see how she carried children along. You need to see how the children used to behave around her. This is somebody that I've known over the years that, she organized children, party, everything in church. She has more than hundreds of them. And that is why I brought her on the show today. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Princess. Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. Happy
Thank you.
International Day of the Girl Child. I know you are a lover of the girl child. You carry
Yeah,
them.
you can say that again. Yeah, you can.
Yes, ma'am. But we can see your face very well. I don't know if you can maybe push back a little.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Is that okay?
Yes, we can do with that.
All right. Thank
Can do
you.
with that. So quickly, ma'am, what does the International Day of the Girl Child means to you as a lover of children, as somebody who carries a lot of children along, advocate for the girl child?
Yeah, it means a lot, and a lot. You know, there's this adage that says, teach a girl or teach a woman and feed the nation. So I believe by the time you bring up the children, train them in the way that it's supposed to be, you'll be amazed at the many things that they can do. So for this day, it's a great day, a good day at that. At least it will bring out the girl child. They'll be able to talk, say their challenges. They'll be able to say a lot of things that has been bothering them. Give them an opportunity in the society to be able to say out what they have in mind. Thank you.
Wow. Now, do you think we're doing enough for the girl child? Talking about places where people see the girl child as just a mere woman who is going to end up in a man's house. She doesn't need education. She doesn't need this and all that. They just see them as she's just a girl. She'll get married and nothing serious should be done about her. Now, do you think we are doing enough as of today, being 2023? We are doing enough for the girl child?
I wouldn't say we have done enough. We still need the awareness. It's high time we allow the children, the girl child most especially, to know that they are free. They should be able to voice out their problems. They should be able to integrate in the society, not just a girl child, because you've seen that in most homes, most especially even here in Nigeria, you'll see some areas that they will tell you, why waste your money in training a girl child? No, that is really wrong. You allow a girl child to move out, be able to interact, be able to integrate, be able to tell the world, explore, tell them the good things they know. Because if you train a girl child, they'll be able to keep aligned and make the world a beautiful place to be. So we have not done enough. feel we should create more awareness, like today in every society, give them opportunity in the classroom, in the hospitals, everywhere, even in politics today. Allow them that freedom, allow them that opportunity to be able to say and speak out their mind. You'll be amazed, like I keep saying, you'll be amazed of what a girl child can do. So please, I would even encourage more of the society, the government, churches, religious grounds to keep at least the awareness on. They should keep teaching the children, especially the girl child. Right?
Now, what are some of the challenges faced by the girl child in our society?
Oh, the challenges that they face is because one, they have made them to understand that maybe a girl child, what's the need of just training a girl child? No, you should be remain in the backyard, go and cook in the kitchen, go to the farm, go to the stream. They have refused to allow the girl child, because if you give a girl child the opportunity, she will be able to like join others of their folks in doing a lot of things. And then they make this understanding that when a child, there's certain places you go to, they'll tell you, oh, even when you're having your menstruation, you're not supposed to get to the extent of climbing here or entering here, that you are going to make that the place is sacred. So they feel a woman is filtered. So in other words, they have to keep you aside at one corner where they will not be able to like dirty the place. So there are a lot of challenges. You go to look for a job from a girl child, they'll tell you, oh, you cannot carry this position. Who said so? Give that girl child opportunity. Allow the person and see what they can do. So I think we have not done enough.
Funny enough,
Especially parents.
if a mother can actually be a mother, a wife, and maybe she has she runs a business or work as well,
Yeah.
and she's able now to coordinate all this very well. I don't know why they feel less of a girl child.
Of a girl child.
I interviewed a lady in Abuja that said that a lot of people, when we talk about the ICT world, they don't used to give them opportunity because they feel that they can't handle that sector very well. Funny enough, even the pay is not the same. So when you see like ICT world, the girl child is actually paid very less compared to the other gender, and this is very unfair.
That's true. That's true. Because
Now,
they will be diligent.
yes,
Take
how
the
can
time.
we create a better world for the girl child? And of course, what are some of the advantages of empowering the girl child?
Like I said, teach a girl, you feed the nation. There's this adage, if you give, like in a home, take for instance, the man feels his job is just to like, okay, go out and look for the money, bring it back to feed the family. And then the little ones you are giving to the wife, that he gives to the wife to take care of the home, you'll be so happy to see that the woman has done large. So imagine giving that girl that opportunity, giving that woman that opportunity to handle that position. How well don't you think that he will do? The woman is there to coordinate and then to take care of all the lapses of every little thing, and at the same time look at the family. That is the role of a leadership. So I feel awareness, more of this government awareness, going to school, churches, mosques, traditional places, teach children, empower the girl child. When you empower the girl child, they will grow on that way and they will never depart. But if you isolate them and keep them far away,
Now,
they will get intimidated. They will get intimidated. But if you allow them to showcase their talents, they will do wonderfully well.
That is true. Now, why do you think it's very important for the continuous awareness, creating awareness for on behalf of the girl child? Because it seems from year to year we are back at where we were like Nothing, like you said, we have not been doing enough for the girl child. And then you see places. Recently, we saw a place where a man of 60 something years is getting married to a girl of 14 years.
14
This is
years.
actually child abuse, and they tell you it's religion. There is nothing you can do about that. Now, why do you think there is need for continuous awareness on behalf of the girl child?
We can never get tired of doing it. One day, it will get to the understanding of everybody that the girl child is important in the society. The awareness should be continuous. It shouldn't stop. It would get to a level that everybody are given that equal opportunity because they are human beings. That is it. We should not relent effort as individuals, as a society, as a government. We should keep on taking it seriously every year. Expand to where we go to, even markets. They should talk to them in the market, because before you know what is going on, you see a little girl child with hawking when the girl is supposed to be in school. And if you ask them, said, no, it's my brother. They say I should stay away from school this time so that my brother can go. No, we should continue creating the awareness. It will come to the understanding of everybody someday.
Now,
And
how
so
does social norms, affect a girl child? For instance, we talk about like what you said. A lot of people, there's something we do, especially in Nigeria, where we are from. The society, they have a norm, they have, a custom, they have beliefs, and it has been affecting the girl child. But how can we live above this, especially when they tell you it's a make believe? That it is supposed to be so in this society, it is supposed to be so in this part of this community. There's nothing anybody can do about it. What do we do then?
it's still the awareness. Like I said, we go down to the markets, go down to villages, call a girl child, and then make them to understand. Probably bring in the parents and tell them what these norms make them look like in the society. If you go outside of this our part of the country, you realize that you see in other places a woman does very well, but in this side of our country, it's something we really need to like talk to parents, talk to teachers.
But who is responsible for the girl child? Is it the parent alone?
The number
Is
one
it the
thing is
society, or who is it? Or the government?
The
Okay.
parents is the number one. The parents, because it's how you train your child at home. That's what she takes out. If you make her understand that she's supposed to be behind the kitchen, that's where she will remain. But if you tell her, oh, look at your folks, they're doing well. This one is a medical doctor. This one is a journalist. This one is that. Encourage that girl child. You have done 70% of the job the government and maybe the society would have done. So I feel the parents are the number one people. Yeah.
But someone might be asking right now, what exactly is the role of the girl child in the society?
A girl child, if you start with, is a human being. So if a boy should have any rights, that's the same right a girl should have. That answers it.
I love that. Now, can you tell us some of the needs of the girl child? They do have needs, but sometimes they are not able to communicate
They have
to the
needs.
world,
They
to
have
the
needs.
parents, or to
They have
the
needs.
people
They have
around
needs.
them.
They have needs. They have needs. You educate them, empower them, explore, give them the opportunity to voice out, let them be heard, let them be involved in decision making. This way, the world will be a better place.
I love that.
For
I
everybody.
love that. And you know that our parents, in fact, leave a message for the parents, specifically, not even government or NGOs or all that promoting the girl child, but the parent. Like you said, it starts from home. Charity begins at home. So leave a word for the parents.
To all parents, please and please, I'm begging. I want to take this opportunity To talk to all parents, love your child because that is number one. Don't feel that your girl child is inferior. Train them, educate them. So many places, so many states have started this free education. If you cannot avail your child that opportunity, your girl child to be specific, that would be fine. And they will grow it that way and they will not disappoint the world.
Well, thank you so much. Parents, you heard from our girl child advocates. Please educate
And
your
for the theme,
children.
for the theme of this year,
Uh-huh.
Invest in a girl's rights, her leadership, and her well-being.
Yes, that is the theme. Yes, that is the theme. Invest in girls' rights, our leadership, our well-being.
Yeah.
They are the leaders and they are our well-being. Imagine a home where there is no wife, there is no girl, there is
opportunity
no
to
mother,
become governors.
just men. It would be
Give a girl child that
it would be a disaster.
Governors like in Akwa Ibom State now, we have a deputy governor.
Yes,
The female. You see a lot of House of senators, House of Reps members, and then let it go more. Let it go more. Let us expand.
wow. I love that. Well, thank you so much. Viewers have been on the show celebrating the International Day of the Girl Child with no other, a girl child rights advocate. She is Itoro Obon. She has done justice. Yes, I know she's very close to the girl child. In fact, they are close to her heart, and that's why I brought her on the show today. Well, thank you so very much for being on the shows and of course your contributions. Happy celebration, ma'am. We'll have you again next time.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes. Today we celebrate girls have hopes to fulfill, dreams to achieve. As we mark the International Day of the Girl Child this year, we must step up investments and actions to make their dreams a reality. Every single one of us can commit to being their allies and their companions. Instead of sidelining a girl child, shine a spotlight on her. Instead of silencing her, help her, give her a microphone. Hear what she has to say. Give her the chance today to chart her destiny, to be a force for a positive change. Happy International Girl Child Day to all girl child out there. And we love and we celebrate you all. Of course, it is worth celebrating. They are the future mothers, like I said earlier. Now, imagine a home without a woman. Imagine a home without a mother, a wife, a sister, or a girl child. This would be a disaster. I know what I'm saying. I have siblings, a lot of male siblings. I am the only girl child in my house. And you can imagine it was a disaster. If you don't clean after them, you can't even live there. And so sometimes they're just fun to we light up the world. That is it. So I think today they're worth celebrating. So every person out there should take your sister out today. Put a smile on their faces today for just being around you, for making things happen. So like we say today, the girl child has hopes to fulfill and dreams to achieve. As we mark the International Day of the Girl Child this year, we must step up investments and actions to make their dream a reality. Every single one of us can commit to being their allies and their companions. Instead of sidelining a girl child, shine the spotlight on her. And instead of silencing her, give her a microphone. Hear what she has to say. Give her a chance today to chart her destiny and to be a force to reckon with in the future. So please do well to celebrate a girl child today. That would be a good place to wrap up the show as we celebrate every girl child out there. But before we go, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, Twitter, now X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit on the notification bell. Invite somebody to the page and also leave us with your comments. We love to hear from you. While you are out there, drive carefully, obey the traffic laws. And remember that peace is priceless, so let's always give peace a chance. Do well, please, to make sure you celebrate the girl child today. They are worth celebrating. I'll see you again tomorrow on the show. Hopefully, tomorrow. So please take care of the girl child. Celebrate every girl child out there. I'll see you again tomorrow.